Hey guys, welcome back to the New England Scrapper. Alrighty, so today I got a fun little video for y'all. I've got an old vintage or semi-vintage PC that we're going to scrap up today. But first, one little public service announcement. On printers, for anyone who does not already know, don't scrap them, and I'll show you why. Generally, my advice, if you can, if your scrapyard will let you, please mix these in with light iron. They're not worth your time. If we take a look, this one I did not open. This was busted open as it is. There's a motor in there. Very hard to get out. It's a little bit of wire. I might cut it. There's a low-grade board here, but you have to think about the time it would take to get off that plastic shielding. And then you have to take the time to come, get this. There were, I think, 3 transformers. I pulled them off because why not? I want to test out my brand new vice grips. I've seen at least 3 or 4 YouTube scrappers use these, and they seem to like them. So I caved and bought a pair. So we'll see how they go. But let's take a look at the real money piece that would be in this, which is the mid-grade board. Look at how small this is. It's tiny. So, yeah. I mean, if you absolutely want it, I guess go ahead, take it, but generally I wouldn't bother. So there's my little PSA about printers, for anyone who cares. Now, let's get to the regular video. One quick thing on the printers, if your scrapyard said anything to you about printers, or they complain, or they just really don't want them, don't mix them in. Take them to your town dump, whatever. Your town probably has some they should have some program to take care of that kind of thing. So, if you have to get rid of printers that way, do that. If not, just throw them in with scrap steel. Don't scrap them out. That's basically what I was getting at. Now, let's get to the important part of the video, which is this old Dell. Which is, yeah, you don't see computers that sit like this much anymore. Well, this is what we got here. This is Intel inside. And, oh, okay, this was designed for Microsoft Windows 2000. Yeah, that's a new PC for sure. It is a little bit damaged, but not horrible, so we're just gonna press these nifty little side buttons and take the, probably plastic cover. Nope, there's no, there's a pretty heavy steel plate, so we got light iron. Sweet. We're already ahead. So, here we go. So, first thing we're going to do, let's make sure you guys can see this. See what I'm doing here? That's pretty important. We're going to pull our ribbon wire. Okay, perfect. You can see what I'm doing. So, we're going to pull out our ribbon wire. This stuff here, again, computer wire, low grade. If you can leave the plugs on, do, otherwise gold connector ends. Some yards don't want them, so if your yard happens to not want them, don't bother. Yeah, don't leave them on if they ask you to take them off, basically. Especially if your yard is good to you, then you really want to make sure that you do what they want. I'm not saying you should rip anybody off, but if your yard really is horrible, well, you should look for another yard. But if you let it useless, whatever, if they're, really ripping you off, that's how I look at it. Other people may have different opinions, but generally I'm a pretty fair person, so especially if your yard is good to you, don't do that to them. They're probably nice people, and they need to stay in business too. You wouldn't like it if you got ripped off at your scrapyard, so don't rip off yours. That's how I would look at it. Next thing, we got our number 2 insulated shop wire, whatever you want to call it. There's a floppy drive here. If I don't have to take it out, I won't. These things really aren't worth anything. I figured that out pretty quickly, and I basically stopped. I stopped scrapping floppies after the first one, basically. So yeah, if you don't need to take it out, don't. Alrighty, so we got the hard drive here. Where's my drill? There's my drill. So, it's in a wonderful little hard drive caddy. So we've got a Western Digital WD-600. Ooh. Oh, it's 60 gigabytes, guys. It's 60 gigabytes. No way. That is a massive hard drive, y'all. That is a massive hard drive, guys. So let's check that out. You don't see these much anymore. So these, I'm just going to leave the brackets on. My yard, or not my yard. My buyer never said anything about it. But I know them well enough that if they cared, they would have said something. Your buyer may care, so you may not want to leave those on. I can leave mine in the caddy because you know, my buyer said so. Basically, so we've got only one stick of RAM in this one. It's whatever. It is a bit of a bigger stick though, and ooh, this is top of the line, guys. This is top of the line. This is 256 megabytes of RAM. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I'm sorry. But man, that is some, you know, this is some top of the line tech, guys. This is, you know, big bucks right here. Stupid little plug here. There we go. So yeah, really, really good stuff. You know, to be honest, now if you have 16 gigs, that's gonna 8 to 16 is the norm for most computers if you're doing gaming or anything that has some type of workload to it. That's pretty much where you're at. Let's check the time here, see what we're going on at. Hopefully I'm not dragging on too long, and hopefully I haven't bored everyone to death. We haven't even gotten to the CPU yet. Anyways, let's get out the power supply here. Looks like it might have just been... Was it just the one screw? Something's still holding it. Nope, nothing is still holding it. So, power supplies, again, can go as power supplies with or without the cord. If you're going to sell them whole, I would leave the cords on. To be honest with you, that's what I would do. So leave that to be scrapped out later. I'm going to throw it on the floor. So I'm going to bend down and get it, to be honest. That sounds really lazy, but whatever. Alright, so let's work on the motherboard here. Remove our battery. And this one's a lithium too, so I'm going to throw that in with my lithium ion batteries. I got one slot card in this. How are we going to get this out here? Okay, it is screwed in somehow here. That's kind of a terrible system. It's basically impossible to get out. Alright, there we go. That wasn't engineered very well, was it? I mean, you know what, to be honest with you, knowing myself, I probably just did it the wrong way. So we got one, not amazing, gold-fingered slot card. So, got that. Let's see what we got here for CPU. I'm hoping it's something good, but it's probably just a fiber CPU, which are actually getting rare, and they are still decent value. So, yep. Looks like we have a green fiber. Still some decent money. And they are starting to get more and more rare. Oh, actually, it's a big one, too. So, that's barely extruded aluminum. I might be able to get away with it, but if my scrap here that says it's a no-go, then it's a no-go. That's probably stainless. Alrighty. Even some tanties on here. Tantalum capacitors. I will be pulling them off. Not in the video, but later. You know, when I have time. I didn't show you guys my depopulation station. I apologize for that. I didn't point it out. So we got an Intel Pentium 2. screen fiber CPU, and a large socket motherboard to go with it. Fan, so you can get a motor out of that. Alrighty. What else do I have to do this? There's no way there was only one. I would be really surprised if there's only one screw. I'm probably missing something. I guarantee I'm missing something. Oh, there's another slot card in there? That's right, yeah, there's another PCI card. I don't know how it's stuck in though. It's really strange. Okay. Well, let's see if I can take anything out now. Without looking like an idiot. Come on, let's go. CD-ROM drive in there. I'll pull that out later. I won't bore you guys with that. Well, this went from scrapping a Dell computer to failing scrapping a Dell computer. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I know I'm doing something wrong. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's a backplane slot card on there. These generally you can mix in with your Goldfinger slots. If your yard asks you not, or if your buyer asks you not to, then don't. But if they don't ask you not to, then you're probably fine. So, another Goldfinger card. Make sure the phone's still recording. I apologize for the recording checks I've been doing. Man, it's just seeing where it's at. The way my phone's set up, I can't see what the time's at or if it's still recording. I've been having some issues with my phone, which is what I've been using for recording for now, till I can, afford something a little better. I've been having some issues with it, where there hasn't been much storage space on there, so it hasn't, I must be missing a screw. I must be missing a screw, yet I can't find it. I cannot find said screw. But something's still holding it in. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not missing anything. I'm just being me again. So, whoops. Okay, I dropped something. So, large socket motherboard. Anyone who needs to know, you can tell by putting an American quarter in there. If it fits inside the slot, you've got a large socket. That's the best way I've been able to tell. Also, it has to be a plastic socket, not metal. Dang it. I keep missing things and putting things in the wrong place. Anyways, as I was saying, I've been having some issues with my recording gear, unfortunately. It happens. And, yeah, so I'm gonna have to take this out, aren't I? Whoops. I'm gonna break something if I'm not careful here. But yeah, I've been having some issues with that. And I go to record a video, get halfway through, go to check it, and find out, oh, it was out of space because something did something stupid. Yay, now I lost a video. Now I lost a possibly interesting video. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with recently. It sucks. It's whatever. Things happen. Things happen. Life happens. Alrighty, I don't think I might scrap it out. Let's see. Yeah, it's quick. Why don't we go ahead and do it? Yeah, you don't see these in PCs anymore. But anyways, that's the issue I've been having, so I can trying to figure out what my time limit is on the videos right now, so I apologize for doing those checks. I don't currently have a good editing software or the knowledge to use one, so I can't even edit it out, which kind of sucks. But one of these days I will sit down and learn and get something half decent, because I need it. So, got CD-ROM boards and just a little bit of ribbon wire. Yeah, I'll just leave that attached. It's getting thrown into a mix and my buyer won't complain. Because, anyways, there we go. So, that's the, okay. That's this Dell computer scrap done. I know it may not have been super interesting, but hey, we got my printer PSA at the beginning at the very least, so hopefully that was, some good, useful information for somebody. Even if it's not good for everyone, should be good for someone. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Remember, keep on scrapping. I'll see y'all in the... No, I messed that up. Keep scrapping, or keep on scrapping. Bye for now.